bagel and lox sandwich. Tomato, red onion, capers, lox, obviously, and then the cream cheese. Now, I can do without the onions. I'm not a raw onion girl, but I am a caper lover. I think that capers are like, they're not utilized enough in dishes. So that to me is like my favorite part. I like salty, you got some salt from the lox, you got salt from the capers, and then the tomato kind of helps balance it out with the cream cheese. I took the onions off because I'm just not a fan of raw red onions. The lox are really good.
All right, so this is actually probably my first time having a proper bagels and lox. When we're in Europe a lot, you see the smoked salmon set out for breakfast. I'll be honest, it's not something I typically order. I took the top off this. Obviously, we have bagels where we live in Chicago. However, this whole concept of the bagel being a sandwich with a massive amount of cream cheese, and people just bite into it like a sandwich, I haven't really come around to. That said, this one, they didn't overload it with cream cheese, and the salmon is not very fishy. It's really good. So, for being my first ever bagel and lox proper, this is setting a high bar. I actually really like the capers with it as well.
We've sat down here at Mia's Bakery. Oh my gosh, everything in the case looked incredible. But here we have a red velvet cheesecake. Tart cheesecake. I love red velvet. It's just, now I want to try everything in the case. All the cheesecakes, all the cakes, all the cookies, everything. Wow. Brooklyn is bringing it today.
So when we walked in, I felt like a billionaire walking into a luxury car dealership. Like, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. And this cupcake, I always try to go for flavors. I've never seen that before. This is a creme brulee cupcake. I also really appreciate that it's like not this giant cupcake that's like 9 pounds. It's just a regular sized cupcake that humans eat. And it is, look at that. Absolutely beautiful.
Yo.
We got the creme on top. They got the sugar on top. They put a blowtorch in it. Really fluffy, moist cake. That's all I would say. It's the perfect cupcake. We just walked out of Mia's Bakery, and let me tell you, what a stop. I think that creme brulee cupcake, it's a bold statement, but I think it's the best cupcake I've ever had. I love that they took another dessert, creme brulee, and turned it into a cupcake, and you knew exactly what you were eating when you're eating it. And so I'm gonna be dreaming about that. Those people in traffic, they agree with me. They're so excited about how good that creme brulee cupcake was. I don't want to downplay the red velvet cheesecake. That was really, really good. Madeline likes cheesecake more than I do. I could find cheesecake to be kind of one note. That was cheesecake between two, small slices of red velvet cake. So it wasn't one note. You were getting a lot of different flavors in it.
Cheesecake's kind of a classic New York dish. Glad we got some. And I think we found the best version. Right now we're gonna head over to the Dumbo neighborhood of Brooklyn. I tend to make a lot of Marvel references while we're doing these vlogs. And I was gonna joke today, well, welcome to Brooklyn. I'm in Captain America's birthplace. However, if you notice around me, there are a bunch of filming trucks. And they're actually filming Daredevil season 2. And the fact that they're filming a Marvel show here is just too funny to me, because I'm gonna think about it. The only time I've ever been to Brooklyn is Madeline and I walked across the bridge one time. We got pizza at Grimaldi's. And so we wanted to go back over the bridge today. I think we're gonna do that. But we did want to stop, not at Grimaldi's, but the place next door, Juliana's. So we're gonna walk there now, see if we can get a table. I feel that it's quintessential New York to go get a sliced pizza while looking at the Brooklyn Bridge. So we're gonna walk over there, explore the Dumbo area. Again, we didn't really explore Brooklyn that much the time I came over here with her probably a decade ago. And talking to Madeline earlier, she said that when she lived in New York, she actually didn't come over here very often. So for her, it's kind of fun to walk around, see this area more so than she's ever done before. Looking at the buildings, it looks like about half are kind of these historic, you got some really old, beautiful buildings. And then also half are just brand new, but they've blended them very well. So it can be hard to tell, but I'm enjoying it so far. Brooklyn barbecue. If you know the joke, you know. You know, right? There's a photo of like Brooklyn barbecue, and it's like one slice of gray looking brisket, and then like a couple pickles and like some beans or something.
Right,
and it's like $37, and it's just a joke.
I was not aware. I did not know.
Barbecue is not on our list of foods to get in New York. I can't explain why or why not barbecue hits or misses and where it works, but the reputation is that it just doesn't work that well in New York City. So we'll skip it. This is what they call the Dumbo area. I actually don't know what that means. I think it means down under Manhattan Bridge. And the O is just to make it a word. A lot going on. Trains going across Manhattan Bridge, helicopters circling Brooklyn Bridge. I mean, you really feel New York when you're right here. So if you want to know what the famous street in Brooklyn looks like when you don't have clear movie set style setting to take a photo in, here you go. It's also very loud.
This is one of those Instagram versus reality moments where there's like 100 people here taking pictures, and then I don't know, Photoshop the people out of the background. We'll see if we can make that happen for us. I'm not that good with Photoshop, but yeah, everyone's here dressed up for their Brooklyn photo shoot. I mean, it's a fabulous photo spot, but you probably have to get here very early in the morning to get that shot all to yourself.
Well, I think Madeline already said it, but without question, that is Instagram versus reality moment right there if I've ever seen it. Beautiful street. I mean, I love the way the Manhattan Bridge frames the Empire State Building. I didn't actually know that it was set like that. I mean, that's crazy. You get why everyone...
It is definitely the spot to take a photo. It's gorgeous.
And like morning, night, the golden hour I think would be great.
I think morning there'd be a lot less people.
Sun,
maybe.
Not cooperating with us this week. So, but no rain. And we got a nice photo. It's just fun. I'd say it's like a bookmark photo in your life. Like, I remember that time we went down by the we met Brooklyn by the bridges, and yeah. So glad we stopped in. I always wanted to see that street. It is kind of just as I turned the corner, I just saw this mass of people. I thought there was like a protest going on or something. it's just
100 people just taking pictures.
Oh, it was more than that. It was.
Well, there were some tour groups and stuff.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
So I'm gonna. I think actually, if you come up a little farther up the street, you might get a better photo. Of course, everyone's gonna be in it. Yeah.
If you're really, like I said, if you're really good at Photoshop.
Or AI.
Yeah.
I mean, my God.
AI could do
Especially
that.
people watching this, they're like, "What is Photoshop?" Everything is AI now. That's the real thing, though. Made by humans for humans.
We're here at Giuliana's for some coal-fired pizza. Now, this location is the location of the original Grimaldi's, which moved up the street. And the owners of Grimaldi's sold it many years ago, but then came out of retirement and opened this place. They couldn't stay away from the pizza business, so they opened up Giuliana's. We have been to Grimaldi's before, but I have not come to Giuliana's. So I'm excited to be here to try the pizza. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. We ordered a margarita pizza and we added sausage to it. I don't think it takes too long to cook these pizzas, so it should be here pretty quickly. So pizza came out within 15 minutes. It is hot and like the steam is just coming off of it. It looks incredible. Kind of have to just wait a minute for it to cool down. Looks amazing. It is fresh from the fire, delicious. It's just in the blood here. It's in the bones of this place. You do a great job. There's just there's a lot of pizza history here.
What makes this great is you get a bite, you taste the crust. It's great coming out of that coal-fired oven. You get that extra char on it. Then you got the cheese. You taste that mozzarella cheese. Tomatoes are really fresh. They're well seasoned. Then you get hit with the basil, the sausage. The sausage has fennel in it. You taste every part that goes into this pizza. Really fresh ingredients. Absolutely phenomenal.
So we're walking back to, is that the Brooklyn Town Hall? What is that, Madeline?
I think it's a courthouse.
Brooklyn Courthouse.
I'm assuming
It's a beautiful building, and that's what's being used today in the Daredevil filming. Madeline has noticed there's now signs hanging down that have Kingpin, and it says New York Born Again.
Yeah, I haven't finished the season, but I think he's like the mayor.
Yeah, probably running for mayor.
Yeah. He was running for mayor. I know that.
It's a major filming operation right there.
Yeah, I haven't seen something like this.
I think they're really getting ready to go. This is cool. We're gonna hang out for a little bit and see what we see. I'm sure Kevin Feige loves me filming this. I got you, Kevin, if you need an extra shot. Our budget's a little less than yours, though.
You need a GoPro shot from 100 yards away.
I'm just letting Kevin that it's a bit.
So, all they filmed were some extras walking up to a memorial of sorts on these steps. So it was like a visual kind of scene, and then I think there was a reporter.
Yesterday you made it sound like it.
So they did about.
They got the big.
They did about 3 setups of that. So there's a lot of equipment here.
They got the big gear out.
There's big like camera arm cranes. There are huge lights. It's definitely, they said they're going into the night, so I don't know.
I bet Kingpin's giving a speech on that.
It looks like there's probably some kind of speech that's going to be happening on the steps. Just the way they have things kind of lit, and they're still setting up so much. They're huge lights, so much crew, so much going on, so much craft services. There's like crafty everywhere. There's just like trucks and tables and all kinds of things. It's not every day you get to see an operation like this. This is a hefty setup. I think that's going to be a wrap for our day here in Brooklyn. But tomorrow is another day in New York City, so who knows what we'll see then.